Hello, guys. I'm happy that again you are here in Concanto.com 23 YouTube channel. And today we are going to look at something very important that maybe you've never heard about, but I want to tell you it's very important for you to put on your ear to it and understand. We're going to talk about economy of God. Sometimes I've seen so many people talking about the economy, but today we want to look at how we can move from an economy of man to an economy of God, uh, of which it involves a shift in a perspective and priority from the individual gain and self-interest to serving a higher purpose and seeking the common good. It is about aligning our economy practices with the principle and value of God. So let us look at the principles in an economy of God. And remember, when we talk about the principles in an economy of God, we're going to mention a number of things that I want it to sink deeper onto you so that you may understand it in a great way. So number one, we're going to talk about stewardship. So for you to move from the economy of the world to the economy of God, you need to recognize that all resources, including wealth and possession, ultimately belong to God. And we were just a caretaker. We are just a caretaker. You have, again, to make sure that your mindset has compelled you to use these resources in a responsible way. And, when you do that, then that means you're going to start honoring God and understanding that everything that we do is for the benefit of others and also for the benefit of us as an individual. So we're going to remove the egoism from us, that we no longer now concentrate in grabbing resources unto us. What is ailing this world today? It is because many people are trying to grab resources to belong to them, and they leave other group of people into being in a desperate way that they cannot do nothing. So that makes them to also involve into stealing and many other things. But once we recognize that we are just a steward to anything that we have, then we'll be beginning to move from the economy of man to the economy of God. Number two is generosity. For you to move from the economy of the world to the economy of God, you need to be a generous person. So one thing that you need to do to show that you're generous, you have to start emphasizing on the importance of giving and sharing with others. There is this scripture in the Bible that says that blessed is the hand that giveth than the hand that is receiveth. Instead of hoarding wealth for personal gain, we are all called to be open-handed and willing to support those in need, whether through financial assistance, time, and talent. When there is this sickness, I think it's like psychological, a sickness whereby as someone just you start hoarding hoarding wealth. You want to grab any land that you see that is productive. When you see an animal that is productive, you try to grab it and you bring it to yourself, to the extent that you leave others be in total poverty, and you having all land in the world, all animal in the world. So if we begin that whatever we get, we could also be easier to give, then we'll be blessed. You know, sometimes when I live in America, I see how generous America is. On the Tuesday of one of the month in a year, whereby it's called Giving Tuesday. You see how they are giving through a Facebook ad, how they are giving through those other apps that are there, how they're giving to the people who could not, who are disadvantaged in the community. And I've seen that also here in Kenya. Like I was seeing one of the comedian was having a fundraising in the fund to help a certain woman whose baby was supposed to be admitted in one of the hospital, and people gave generously. So if we are raising the generation that want to look at the importance of God's economy, then we should also cultivate giving. Giving as an art that is going to be triggered from our inner self. Number 3 is justice. So we need to start prioritizing fairness and equality in economic system. So this includes advocating for the right and well-being of the marginalized and vulnerable, and working towards a more just distribution of resources and opportunity. Well, because you realize that even the constitution, a 2010 constitution in Kenya, you realize that it brought the essence of equality, whereby at least there is a government within a government. And this one is borrowed with so many country. Like here in United States, you realize that like we have the federal government, we have the county government, we have also the state government, and so many other things, whereby they know how they organize themselves to the extent that everything is done, that everybody is able to get what belongs to them. So that's where we talk about justice. When we want to have economy of God, then justice should be number one thing that we need also to look at, whereby we start prioritizing fairness and equality in economic system. You realize that most of this economic system that we have, or the economic policies, they're never fair. They're never fair. There's no justice. Some people suffer. They cannot access formal employment. They cannot access formal education, which we say that education is the key for success. But you realize that some kids cannot get that. So that means the richer will continue being richer, because their children are going to those universities. You know, like I was joking with someone when I was in high school, I passed our national examination, and then there's this other lady who did not really make it. He was an average student, but you know what? He is a lawyer right now. She's a lawyer. So what I'm saying is we need to begin having justice. Number 4, if we want to move from the economy of the world to the economy of God, then we need to look at something called sustainability. So considering the long-term consequences of our economic action and the impact on the environment, an economy of God focuses on responsible stewards of natural resources. and promoting sustainability for future generation. You know, when we look at our environment, like right now, we have the issue with global warming, and it's because of humanity have ceased to be to look at how they can look at climate change. You know, they are cutting trees, they're not planting trees. Anyway, as I'm continuing with the issue of sustainability, remember that we have our tree planting in Kabolet in Cherangani in Trans Nzoia, Kenya. We are planting trees. So far, we have 3,000 trees, and the activity will be good because our daughters, Gabriela, Daniela, and Kayla, are the one planning for that. They've been raising money to plant 3,000 trees. You know, initially they thought they will plant almost 10,000, but because they didn't really make the target, but I want to believe that next time they will plant more because they are trying also to learn how to fight the climate change, and they're taking the role and responsibility. That's why I would like to ask you, if you have a support, please support this girl. It will be on 25th of this month of August. We are planting trees in Kabolet, Cherangani, through the guide of Chief Nabutilu and Gabriela and Daniela. They're all from South Lake Elementary in elementary school in Maryland, and Kayla is also among them. So number 5, we need to look at love and service. So for us to start moving from the economy of the world to the economy of God, then love and service should be number 4 priority that we need to look at. So we need to start placing love and services at the center of economic relationship. This means treating others with compassion, you know, respecting and integrity, and seeing economic activity as an opportunity to serve and uplift others rather than exploiting them. When you're given a job in whatever office and you're getting money, know that that is just a responsibility you've been given to serve others. So, you know, when you work hard and with honor, then definitely you will also be making that the people will start having a positive mindset with you, and that will be good because you'll be making them also to be creative, innovative, and doing things that are great. So we have to love, we have to service. You don't just say you love, and when you're given an opportunity, you want to grab everything to yourself. Then that is not love, that is not service. So when we do that, I want to tell you that the economy of God, we will be great, and us, we are going really to do what God requires of us. So remember that moving towards an economy of God, it requires a transformation of our heart, mind, and action. Our heart, mind, and action. It involves embracing a different set of value and re-evaluating our motivations for economic pursuit. It might involve making conscious choices to prioritize with well-being of others, persons, to invest initiatives that align with God's kingdom values, and also actively participate in effort to create a more just and equitable economy. So you have also to look at you know, when you talk about love and peace, there's a lot we can talk about love and peace. But remember, moving from economy of man to an economy of God is a journey of growth, learning, and transformation, where our economy practices become an expression of faith and love for God and others. So anyway, thank you very much. Appreciate for you being with me here to understand more about economy of God, about the economy of God and how we can move from the economy of the world to the economy of God. Remember that we are just stewards, and remember that there's a lot that we need to do for us we have to give that love and peace. We have to talk about generosity and so many other things that are great that you don't need miss. Anyway, thank you very much. I want to say God bless you. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and learn more about what is happening with the finances and creativity and innovation. And I want to tell you, God will bless you. One other announcement that I want to tell you is we're having a Power of Money, a mindset book that will be coming soon. But soon, right now, we have My Pocket Friend Abroad. Run to the bookshop, Barnes and Noble. You get it there. You can run to Walmart if you live United States. You can go to Amazon. You can either buy as Kindle or buy as the really book, or another option is you can do a lot anyway about this. And I want to tell you, God will bless you. Thank you very much, and I want to say God bless you.